Thank you. Mankind's biggest challenge: securing peace at a time of global conflict, sustaining hope in this winter of anxiety and fear. More so than any time in history, the world is going through extreme turmoil and uncertainty. To comprehend in figures, 854 million people are currently undernourished. 982 million people are currently living on less than $1 a day. And my favorite, the average age of all 4 suicide bombers responsible for the attacks in London on July 7th, 22, and they were educated. One must look at the fundamental causes that ignite these challenges. And like all causes of conflict, there is only one common denominator: people, human beings. We, the human race, are our own worst enemy. We, the human race, have the power to destroy all existence in such a short time. We would think that it'd take the sheer magnitude and technology of a nuclear warhead to do so. However, it is my belief that our weapons of mass destruction are changing. Ineffective communication, ineffective leadership, and ineffective decision-making are becoming our 21st century nuclear bombs. Unreasonable and immense amount of pressure on our spiritual, political, and educational leaders to deliver positive results has far outweighed their elected responsibility. By simply relying on a few leaders who are mainly based here in the West to bring balance, order, and equity in the world, are we not forming an unrealistic expectation of the few? We're all in search of the perfect life. We all look up to our leaders to provide us with perfection in all contexts. But by doing so, doesn't that only presuppose that they live perfect lives themselves? To think this is foolish, to think this is wrong. They don't. We all live lives of imperfection. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot simply rely on our leaders to change the world. It is a joint effort between the individuals and the leader to ensure that change happens and change lasts. So the question arises, are we doing everything we can to secure a peaceful future? To some of the challenges we face, yes. For example, the number of individuals being saved by early death is increasing by 100,000 every month. Now that's progress, and that's all thanks to our medical interventions. However, there is one major challenge we face where I believe we are not doing enough, and that is purpose. There are too many individuals in this world who are suffering from a lack of purpose. And what do I mean by purpose? I mean having a goal that excites you, having something that you wake up each day tirelessly going after. We're all species driven by purpose. If we don't wake up and feel that our lives have meaning, that we are part of something, we automatically open up the gates of evil. And by evil, I mean low self-esteem. I mean, in some cases, suicide, depression, and overall disempowerment. So the next question arises, how do we find our purpose? That's fairly subjective, and it is different for each individual. However, I do know one thing. I do know where we should find our purpose: education. Ultimately, there is one main reason why we send our kids to school, and that is so they can find their purpose. This search forms the most important part in their lives. Why? Because their minds are in the zone of vulnerability. Their minds are wide open to try anything new and to pursue various paths to find the right ones for them. Now, vulnerability is a wonderful thing if, and only if, it is guided and harnessed towards good and away from evil. The vulnerable mind is pliable. It needs to be cared for. It needs to be nurtured. Why? Because it's at universities where most of us learn the most. We're creating new neural connections, we're forming new peer groups, and we're pursuing the right and the various paths for us to form the mental foundation for adulthood. In other words, we're open to new suggestion, we're open to belief, we're open to new values. I suggest we make it a universal obligation to turn our teachers into educational leaders. leaders of students who have in their hands the destiny of the world. Schools must create a multicultural environment where students can feel safe and secure within their own beliefs and values. Teachers must not only teach kids the standard curriculum, teachers must instruct kids on how to lead positively and fairly, how to make effective decisions, and how to communicate effectively. To secure a peaceful future is within the realms of the possible. To secure a peaceful future is going to take a long, hard effort. Yet, change begins step by step. The virtues of compassion, tolerance, acceptance, and goodness must be applied in all contexts. Not an easy task. Yet, human nature is a funny thing, because it's at the times where we feel we have reached our limit. All we need do is look up and realize that that limit may just well be limitless. I say it again. To secure a peaceful future is within the realms of the possible. Now is the time to work hard alongside our leaders and achieve what is great. We are in need of heroes. The world is in need of heroes. And it is time for each and every one of us to look inside ourselves and bring out that hero within us all. God bless and good luck. Thank you.